Hold on one second, y'all. Come. You gonna get down? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What is up, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Blessed Friday to those of you guys that are catching this thing live or on the replay. I have not been on YouTube. It feels like I hadn't been on here all week. Blessings to you, Miss Baldwin. It feels like I have not been on YouTube all week. I have been trying to rest, and I had a sinus infection, y'all. I had a sinus infection, and it had me down pretty bad. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, but I pray that everyone is doing well, that you guys are in great spirits, that you guys have been in great spirits this week. Our declaration on this morning is going to be, you are right where God wants you to be. I'm going to say it again. Can you get down? Can you get down? Hold on one second, y'all. Can you get down? Okay. Hey, Miss Allen. Our declaration is you are right where God wants you to be. I'm going to say it again. This was a word that God gave me this morning as I was just spending some time with him and getting ready to start my day, getting ready to do the things that I need to get done on this morning. And what I heard God tell me was tell my children that they are exactly where I want them to be. I'm not sure who this message is for, but there are some of you guys that have literally been questioning, God, am I even on the right track? Am I even in your good graces? And sometimes in life, when we go through rough situations and tough seasons, a lot of times it can make us feel as if we're not where God wants us to be. And so I don't know who this word is for. Hey, listen, y'all see Mr. Bo. Bo, you falling. You falling. Can you get down? Hold on one second, y'all. Can you get down? Okay. I'm going to put you down. Okay. Jump. Whoa. All right, y'all. But again, as I was just kind of getting ready for this day, I heard the Lord say, tell them they are exactly where I want them to be. Some of y'all have been having questions about how certain things have been playing out, whether it's the lack of progress that you feel to be making, whether it's just you feel as though certain things have simply not shifted for you. What God wants me to tell you guys is you are exactly where you're exactly where he wants you to be. I was having a moment too as I was spending time with God where he flashed before my eyes when I first moved to where I am. I'm going to say it again. As he was telling me that this morning, he was just flashing before my eyes like, when I first moved here, and this is a prime example of how sometimes you can feel like you're not where God wants you to be because of a lack of progress, because of tough situations, because of a circumstance that is just not shifting, or it just seems to be going on and on and on forever. And so when he gave me that word, he reminded me when I first moved here, I had the feeling, because it was a tumultuous time, but I had the feeling like, Lord, am I going backwards? Am I doing something wrong? Anybody ever felt like that? I literally asked God, am I doing something wrong? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I not where I'm supposed to go? And, when he showed me that, it's like he brought me back to where I am right now. And there were many reasons why I felt that. There were so many reasons, just the financial struggle, feeling as though, man, I'm not even sure if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do anymore. Even down to the furniture. It literally made me feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong. maybe I'm not doing something that I need to do. Maybe, it felt like it was a frustrating feeling, because it's like a feeling where you feel like not only do I feel like I'm not where I need to be, God, because things ain't changing around me or things seem to be going backwards, but it was frustrating because I did not know what to do, right? And I think a lot of people don't talk about that when you go through those moments, where you really feel like, man, I'm not seeing progress. Things are getting worse and worse and worse. Not only, do you be feeling like you're not where God needs you to be and that there's more that you can do, but you get to a point where you're like literally frustrated because it's like, God, I'm giving my all and I don't know what else to do. And so, for a split second, for a few months, I really did feel like I was not doing what God needed me to do because I was not seeing the evidence. I was not seeing the fruit. And months later, God began to show me it was never about me not being where I needed to be, right? But it's like as certain things began to unfold, he began to show me the reason behind why it felt that way. I pray that I'm making sense. Even like down to, he says to share this, even like down to like the sofas. When I sold my old sofa and I had gotten it was like 2 leather sofas. I'll never get leather another day in my life. Never, ever again. But when I had those 2 sofas, right? There was a moment where I literally told God, it feels like I am starting over. And, when I finally got my old sofa back, my old sectional back, the Lord began to show me how had I not sold the old sofa and gotten those 2 leather couches, I would not have had the help that I needed on move-in day. I would not have had that help, right? And even though at the time it's like, God, that furniture was paid off, I sold it. Then I had to refinance it again. I pray that I'm making sense. Even down to my dining room table, I had so many different questions for God. And I'm gonna be real. Sometimes God can give you the understanding of why certain things happen, why it felt like, you were going backwards, why your struggle was what it was. I pray that I'm making sense. It's like, it doesn't make it any better because you still have to deal with the reality of whatever that struggle is, whatever that circumstance is. But when it's all said and done, I don't know who needed to hear this, but I heard God loud and clear today. He said, tell them they're exactly where I need them to be. No matter if it feels like you're not making progress, no matter if it feels like things just keep happening, God says to tell you, you are exactly where he wants you to be. And that's it. That's the word. You're exactly where he needs you to be. Stop second guessing it. Stop condemning yourself, because it's real easy to condemn yourself when you feel like you should be doing more, like you could be doing more. It's real easy to get into a place where you condemn yourself, where you beat yourself up, right? But today I encourage you guys to just simply find peace in the simple fact of just knowing that God knew that you would be at this juncture, and he meant for you to be at this juncture on this day. And so that is the word, man. That's it. I ain't gonna add nothing else to it. I can't take away anything from it. I pray that those of you guys that are catching this, that you just let this marinate. Stop beating yourself up. Stop operating in fear. Stop being afraid of what is going to be. But trust God today. And trust that if God says you're exactly where you need to be, even if you don't understand it, just trust that sooner or later, it'll make sense. And it's kind of like, God always reminds me of this. When Jesus was washing the feet, and he gets to Peter. And Peter's like, nah, Lord, you will never wash my feet. It was an honor. You will never wash my feet, right? And so Jesus tells Peter, because Peter didn't understand why Jesus wanted to do that. But Jesus tells him, he says, you may not understand now, but later you will. You may not get it now, but later you will. And so I want to leave that to those of you guys that are catching this. You may not understand now why God has you exactly where you are, but later you will. And that's it, y'all. If you can receive this, can you just simply tell God thank you? If you can receive it, can you just simply tell God thank you? To those of you guys that have not yet shifted over to TikTok, please go ahead and shift over and join us on TikTok. God has created just a dynamic family there on TikTok in itself. We go like, listen, you said I felt that way, but I told him I'll still wait because he's still working something out. Absolutely, Miss Allen. And a lot of times, Bo, what are you eating? What are you eating? Sorry, y'all. He just be into stuff. He just be into stuff. But what I was going to say, Miss Allen, is that honestly, a lot of times I felt that way too. But at the end of the day, I've learned that the things that frustrate us like right now, like the things that we don't understand in the right now, the things we worry about, like present tense, in the future, God gives us such a great understanding that leaves us just straight up grateful. When you see why he had you waiting, when you see why certain things played out the way that they played out, like it literally begins to make sense, even down to just the table. It's been a minute since I've sat at my dining room table and broadcasted because, listen, I was waiting on the table. Absolutely, Miss Allen. And I told God because I didn't understand, why I didn't have a table. But I'm going to tell y'all something. When the table arrived a few days ago, I said, Lord, this was preparation. Stop it, Bo. Stop. Even when it revolves around like what happened, the incident that happened with my dogs, and having to get the emotional support thing, like it made sense. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was frustrating. But God, that actually helps me out because when I get a house and get ready to get insurance, they can't deny me homeowners insurance because of Capone. And so that's it, y'all. God is faithful. Yeah. He's faithful. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've sat at the table and it feels good to sit at the table. It really does. I've missed doing the broadcast at the table. I really have. I really and truly have. And so that's it, y'all. That's it. To those of you guys that want to join us on TikTok, we'll be going live in about, I didn't realize it was so late. We'll be going live in about 17 minutes. Hey, Sabrina, blessings to you. You got to watch this word from the very beginning. It'll bless you. God knows exactly how you've been feeling, the weightiness that you've been feeling lately. But when you watch this broadcast, it'll be exactly what you need. And God says to tell you, don't forget to pay your tithes. Get that taken care of ASAP. But you need to watch this broadcast from the very beginning. It'll bless you. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys. And so until next time, y'all.